What up, though, Pride Nation? Welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit Lions. Boy, I got too much damn stuff to talk about. I'm gonna try to make this quick today. I really do. I got held up at work, people. Got to work that job, man. At 9 to 5, always come calling. You got to make sure you handle your business. But there's obviously some things that we need to talk about. Some things that I don't know. I feel like sometimes the stars line up in a certain way that makes you wonder, what the hell? We got to talk about a few different things, people. We got to talk about some not so confirmed, possibly confirmed news pertaining to the Lions and certain people. We got to talk about Sewell finally getting that contract handled. We got to talk about the NFC North. I heard this podcast where they call it the worst division. Okay. It's just too much. It's too much, man. I'm genuinely confused with some of the things that's been going on in the media. But y'all know me. Got to look at every piece of it and work my way through it. Let's see who in the building. We got Motown Football, Kyle Webb, Mr. Marcus 42, Fraud Crop. We got CJ Izza 777. JGB in the building, Steve-O in the building, Frank in the building, James Harrington, Lions Lee, Antonio Jenkins, Cap Ice Cold. Did I miss anybody? If I did, I apologize. First things first. I know everybody want to talk about Sewell getting signed. I'm with it. Okay, I'm happy he signed. He was gonna get signed any damn way. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, I would have been shocked if they couldn't sign him and there was conflict and confusion. You know what I mean? Like, I would have been shocked. Now, I got to talk about this story. This story right here that is reported from Fan Nation, All Lions Fan Nation. And it says rumors. See, it's the problem. You know, everybody heard a rumor, right? This is the bullshit right here. All right. Rumors, Matt Campbell turned down massive contract offer from Detroit Lions. Stay with me for a minute. It's two things I find wrong with this entire thing. If you're not sure who the hell Matt Campbell is, he's the head coach of Iowa State. Okay? But I got some issues with this. I'm going to just literally go through and read it. If y'all haven't had a chance to check it out, I'm not even going to put it on the screen. Don't think it deserves that kind of attention. But I'm going to just give y'all a few inserts. I'm skipping basically all the BS because it's basically talking about how people praise, Dan Campbell's coaching staff and what he's done and the hiring and all this stuff, right? It says, but once we get past that, it says, according to CBS Sports, Iowa State's head coach, Matt Campbell, declined a 8-year, $68.5 million contract offer from the Lions. Analyst Dennis Dodd explained in the offseason he turned down an 8-year, $68.5 million offer from the Lions. Here's the other part of it. This would have gave him full control. Now, after he say that, it goes, I haven't confirmed that to say at Iowa State. Okay, let me bring this in. First things first, why in the hell is this news? Why? Why is this news? He turned it down. So what? He ain't the first one to get turned down. If we're going to do this, let's talk about all the people who we brought in, interviewed, and never gave an offer to. Breaking news, Detroit Lions didn't offer Coach A or General Manager A contract. Breaking news. I don't care. What I'm confused about is this. I think that sometimes you have to look at things in a way for it to make sense. If this is true, because again, they can't confirm it. I just don't understand this. They can't confirm this. But if this is true, the Lions would have been ridiculous to have done that. To give him an 8-year deal with full control. Now, I said early on in the process that, that certain things just don't make sense for me, right? Certain things just don't add up. When it came to our general manager, when it came to our head coach, and I said, I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff right here were picks that were made by other people. And I'm cool with that. You had the football mind people make those decisions. Barry signed off on it. A lot of the former players signed off on it. Spielman signed off on it. I'm cool with that. But if you would have gave this damn college coach, and I don't care how high his name is, if you would have gave this college coach 8 freaking years with total control, I wouldn't. I'm not even gonna say I would have quit YouTube, but this channel would have been dedicated to just football. I'm talking about little league. If it was 2 fat pigs in the mud playing football, I would have dedicated to that. I could not commit myself like this. Now, I'm not gonna get upset at this particular thing, but the real issue for me is why is this damn news? Okay, and I'm with one funky Lion fan. Wait, why are we hearing this 3 months later? Why? Why are we hearing this 3 months later? Right? Why? Because sometimes people need something to talk about. Now, this is not on fan side. This is reported by CBS. Again, the key word is rumored. Rumored. All right. Now, stay with me. Okay. All right. BD Butler says, I just got in. What I miss? Apparently, the Lions were rumored by CBS, who literally said they cannot confirm this, but they were told, or at least somebody was told, that the Detroit Lions offered Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell a 8-year, $68.5 million contract, apparently with full control. Apparently. I'm not with the bullshit. I don't even care if it's true, to be honest with you, because it didn't happen. And sometimes when the stars line up, you don't ask why. Nobody ever asks why they found a large amount of money. Nobody asks why they were given something. A lot of the times you're just trying to just accept the gift. I'm gonna tell you why I can care less about that BS story and more about what did happen. Because see, here's what I can tell you did happen. Okay. What did happen is the Lions hired a head coach. What did happen is the Lions hired a general manager. The Lions got a front office. They did a lot of things. Right? I don't care what didn't happen. I only care about the objective part that I can touch. What didn't happen, I can care less about. But I'm confused by why report something you have not confirmed. And why do it this damn long after? If he turned down that contract, good for him. If you look at the history of college coaches who come into the pros, it's not a good look, people. It's just not, especially when they come straight from their own out. It's not a good look. It's just not. I'm not gonna kill the Lions for if the rumor is true. I'm not gonna kill the Lions for that. The problem I have is we 3 months into it. We're coming up on freaking training camp and other important crap, and I gotta hear stories that haven't even been freaking confirmed. If it ain't confirmed, why in the hell are we talking about it? It's not confirmed. That's like me sitting there saying, breaking news. The Detroit Lions is bringing Luke G in to do all of their media. Unconfirmed, though. Y'all got to call bullshit on me. Y'all got to call me out and say, oh, this is some straight trash. It's not even confirmed. Let's say it was confirmed. I don't play devil's advocate. Let's say it was confirmed. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? I don't. He ain't here. I care about this as much as I care that Kenny Galladay signed with the Giants. I don't care. What he didn't do was sign here. So why do I care? Why is this media? Where's the media storm on to get this story confirmed? Where's the hounding and the questions? Everybody wants to report stuff. Nobody wants to go and get confirmation. And then once you get confirmation, let's say it is true. Again, who cares? Somehow the stars still lined up for it to work in their favor. Now, if they had said that they offered that deal to David Shaw and David Shaw turned it down, I can care because I think he's a legitimate head coach that can go from the college ranks to the pros. I'm not hyped over no damn Matt Campbell. Iowa State ain't like that. They acting like Iowa State is putting in 14 freaking like Iowa State is putting in 14 freaking first rounders. This is ridiculous. Dan Show says, I don't believe this one, but I believe Campbell's agent is trying to get Campbell a better job or a massive raise. 0% chance this was offered by the Lions organization. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. And the fact that they will put this out with the caveat of, I can't confirm it. That's bullshit. That's lazy journalism. That's a waste of energy. You didn't even take the time to confirm it, but you got to talk about it. You didn't have anything else to talk about when it came to the Lions. Couldn't talk about how good the offensive line is going to be. Couldn't talk about what type of offense we're going to run, defense we're going to run. You couldn't talk about that. Couldn't talk about who's making the final roster. You couldn't talk about who's going to be the odd guy out. Hell, I could come up with more stuff for this team than what they just did. Matt Campbell is stupid if this is true. Coach contracts are fully guaranteed. I can't worry about what didn't happen. Now, let's say it did. And let's say we did end up giving this head coach 8-year deal, $68.5 million. I would have been upset. 8 years? 8 years. And you giving him full control. I'm not with the bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. Another reason why I'm not with it. Another reason I'm not with it is because when I look at this team, I gotta ask myself the question because the stars lined up. If we had a Matt Campbell, you know, that Iowa State head coach, if we had that guy, would Anthony Land be here? Would Deuce be here? Would Pleasant be here? Would Jamal Williams be here? What players would still be on the roster? Have people not looked over at the Carolina Panthers and asked themselves why? Those guys are used to going into parents' houses and buttering them up, telling them how great their kid is and how much they love them. Some damn their parenting style and, you know, all this stuff that they're in their line to. This is the NFL. It's a different ballpark. If anybody can be a head coach in the NFL, we wouldn't see no damn bad football. Jack Frost said that ketchup bottle blew up in the trunk of a car somewhere in Arizona, unconfirmed. Facts. Totally unconfirmed. Cannot deny or confirm it. But it's news. Somebody heard a rumor about the bottle. Somebody heard something. I'm trying to figure this out. Would you still be upset if it was Nick Saban? Yes. I don't care. There's certain people. Nick Saban has already came to this league. I've seen Nick Saban on the sidelines in the NFL. There's a reason why he took his ass back to college. He wanted total control. They gave him a little wiggle room. He was doing all kinds of strange things. They was like, oh, hell no. He bounced. Nick Saban ain't nobody I'm looking at. The jump is too great. My upset part isn't even the fact that they are talking about the college coach. That's not my problem. My problem is this crap made news and it's unconfirmed. And you know the first that's going to happen? 97.1 the ticket, and I'm going to jump right over it and be like, oh my God. They're not going to talk about the fact that it didn't happen. They're not going to talk about the fact that it's unconfirmed. All they're going to say is the Lions were going to be stupid enough to give 8 years and $68.5 million. And the dumb listeners is going to just eat up in because, you know, they got selective hearing. They only going to hear what they want to hear. And somehow, some way through all of that BS, even if it was true, the stars still lined up for us. I would much rather have Dan Campbell than Matt Campbell. And the logic behind it makes sense. Because if you just look at it from this standpoint, at least Dan Campbell was in the room with NFL coaches. He was in the room with a Sean Payton learning how to get things done. His ability to motivate players at this level has already been documented. It's evident in his press conferences. It's evidence in everybody he talks to. He has an infectious attitude. He's going to check you on the sideline. Now, granted, a game ain't been played yet, and he could end up being a terrible ass coach. But the staff that's been put together, is that happening? If this is true, you think we're going to get a guy like Matt Campbell to come from Iowa State? Iowa State, not no major school. They ain't talking about what's my man from Syracuse? Debo, whatever the fuck his name. What's the dude from him? They ain't talking about no major head coach. We talking about Iowa State. I'm not even gonna do the research. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to do it. Go and look at the highest taken Iowa State player over the last 5 years. Go and look at it. I'll wait. I love me some Hakeem Butler, but go and look at it. Dabo Swinney. Yeah, we ain't talking about Dabo Swinney. We ain't talking about him. We ain't talking about my man Ed over there on LSU. We're not talking about these kind of guys. We're talking about Iowa State. Matt Campbell did turn Iowa State around. Good. That's a college team. He can literally go out and do the same thing that Urban Meyer. That's why I don't understand why people acting like Urban Meyer finna reinvent the wheel over there in Jacksonville. You know why people like Jim Harbaugh succeeded at the NFL level on teams like Stanford? Because you didn't get the best players or the best. You had to still get players who had an academic standard. How is it? Let me ask you, is it harder to get into Iowa State or Stanford? I wait. People up here acting like they shocked by Richard Sherman is talking the way he's talking, why he's his own agent and representative. Stanford ain't no damn easy school to get in. You got to be academic eligible. And I'm not talking about mediocre damn grades. How the hell is David Shaw still doing it? We're talking about Iowa State. Dan Shaw says probably David Montgomery at best, 3rd round pick without using Google. At best. Hakeem Butler, I liked him, but Cardinals basically, stop playing with me. I'm just irritated because it's unconfirmed. And this is news. And it's news that they're going to put out there. And I'm going to have to hear about it. Matt Campbell trying to get a pay raise, that's all. Well, his agent is smart. But our media got to be smarter. You didn't confirm this. The Lions don't need to go out and deny it. The Lions brought in a number of qualified candidates who had NFL experience. And they walked away impressed with the guy that's our head coach now, and Dan Campbell. The same way that they walked away impressed, the media walked away impressed with Dan Campbell. Most fans walked away impressed with Dan Campbell. But we don't got to confirm shit. Confirming things is not what we do here in the media. Watch, pay attention, people. Go to all y'all favorite YouTubers. Watch how this story gets spent to how stupid the Lions is. Watch how everybody all of a sudden turn around and make the story about how dumb they would have been if they did this. That's the same old Lions move. Well, the fact that they reported, I bet you the Lions. Watch. Nobody is going to look at the fact of this statement right here. I haven't confirmed that. That's the key part. You know what? I am going to put this on the screen because I guarantee you somebody going to F it up. I know somebody going to F it up. So I want to make sure that the quote is seen. I want to make sure that it's seen. I don't want people to have excuses. I don't want people to act like they don't know what's going on. What I want is for a damn media to stop being lazy. That's what I want. Can y'all just stop being lazy for once? I'm not looking for you to reinvent the wheel. I'm not looking for you to be the smartest man in the room. I want you to be smart. The Dan Show say, man, this is why I don't listen at work. I got to get involved blowing off work. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So let's see what it say. Because I'm telling you, your favorite YouTubers is going to miss this point. Okay? They're going to miss this. I'm going to help them. Analyst Dennis Dodd explains in the offseason, he turned down a 8-year, $68.5 million offer from the Lions, apparently with full control. This is the only thing that jumped out to me when I read this BS. That right there. I haven't confirmed that. Why the hell are we talking about it? I mean, when was 3 months you say one funky Lion fan? 3 months ago, we bring in Dan Campbell. We bring in Anthony Lynn. We bring in Aaron Glenn. We keep Fairley, Hank Fairley, the offensive line coach. We keep him. We've had a draft. We've had a rookie mini camp. And this BS story comes out. And every other person I know of literally is going to miss all of that because of that one little phrase right there. I haven't confirmed that. It says Campbell 41 was reportedly rumored to have been targeted by the New York Jets prior to deciding to remain at Iowa State. Go and talk about that damn story over there with New York Jets. I'm not trying to hear this because you ain't even confirmed nothing. You haven't even had the opportunity to simply pick the damn phone up, to send an email, put a message in a bottle, write something on the leg of a goddamn bird. You have not even took the time to put the bat signal up. But this is a story. It's something you need to talk about. Can you believe this? No, I can't. Because I don't care about what didn't happen. I care about what did happen. I care about what is going to happen. This is garbage because I don't have anybody to confirm it. Now, if they had confirmed it, I'm having a different conversation. Because my attitude is still the same. Good for them they got out their way. We can sit there and get hype all we want about Penny Sewell. But the car is lined up for us. For once, everything is lining up for us. And we get this kind of media. And watch your favorite YouTubers not even understand that if you discuss this, it should be anger at the fact that it wasn't even confirmed. Mark my words. I can't make this stuff up. Luke G, you nailed it. I haven't confirmed staying at ISU to decide to remain at Iowa State. I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I want to know what this is. JGB says, I'm going to start something new for the chat. Anytime y'all hear a bad take, throw tomatoes. You have to. You just have to. It just doesn't make sense. And as much as I want to destroy the Lions for this, those 4 words stop me. He can't confirm it. He can't confirm it. Nobody. He didn't send a call girl to entice him. He didn't drug him. He didn't put him in a lie detector test. There was nothing. Nothing. Breaking news. Barack Obama and Elon Musk tried to buy the Detroit Lions this year for $40 trillion. Not confirmed on this, though. This shit they doing. This is what they're doing. And what upset me the most wasn't that this is about to be possible or that this could be possibly true. Anything can be true. It's the fact that we are on our way to training camp. And some stupid idiot is going to ask the Lions this. I guarantee you it's coming. I guarantee you. They don't have time for these distractions. The Lions shouldn't even have to ask this. They shouldn't even have to answer this question. We're just making stuff up. And let's say, for example, if it was true. It didn't happen. It didn't. You know what I did when I was a kid once? I decided to go to a basketball game at another high school with my Letterman on. And I talked so much crap. I purposely sat on their sidelines to talk crap. And my team won. And I'm walking out. And some people wasn't happy with me. And so you know what I did? I told them, I don't care, you ain't happy. And one of the dudes got mad after I told him, you just mad your team lost and y'all some bums. At a basketball game. And he pulled out a gun. And my young adolescent ass decided to tell him you ain't gonna bust it. And he busted. He busted. He let off a few good rounds. He made a point. Could you imagine if the news said that Luke G, after a basketball game, died? It was unconfirmed. I can't worry about what didn't happen. A bullet didn't find me that day. He let off a lot of shots. Thank God he wasn't a good aim. But a bullet didn't find me that day. The reality is, when you come up with stories and you can't confirm it, then don't freaking talk about it. Don't bring it up. Because in most cases, it can be used against you. I had to go over this, people, because this is ridiculous. And I spent a significant amount of time on it because I guarantee you, mark my words, tomorrow at the media storm, your favorite YouTubers is going to eat this crap up. Whether they're reporting it or have a strong opinion about it, it's BS. But somebody's going to ask this dumbass question. And it's not relevant. Even if they turn around and say, yep, we tried that and he turned it down. Now what? And what we doing now? That's another thing. Smitty put out a good point. That article is sounding like Dan Campbell was the lowly second option. That wasn't what the hell happened. This front office did their due diligence. They interviewed a good amount of people, and they made their decision. There's no way they're going to convince me that, oh, he was just a second option. I'm not buying that BS. I want y'all to put the attention on the most important thing. It's those 4 words. I haven't confirmed that. Them the 4 words you got to focus on. I haven't confirmed that. Y'all got to keep saying it with me because your favorite YouTubers is going to talk about it. They're going to talk about it. I just don't see how people magically just decide that they just decide that this was the case. I don't get it. 4 words. I have not confirmed it. That's what he hasn't confirmed it. Now, I got to get into some more stuff because I'm trying my best not to go off today. See, this ain't the day for ranting. No. This ain't the day for ranting. It's funny because, it's been a lot of talk. And I'm telling you that people have been listening, particularly people like Mark Brunell, who is starting to realize that he's hearing a lot of the familiar talk. This talk of, the quarterback and who is and who is not good. All right. Here's what this all comes down to. This comes down to people just talking crazy, and at some point, a coach got to respond. It says no one is giving the Detroit Lions much of a chance heading into 2021 season. This is the story that's going to be spun 1,000 times from Dan Campbell and everybody else, at least for the first season and the second season. Nobody believes in you. That's why y'all all here. You're a ragtag group of people that nobody's ever going to have faith in other than your parents and your friends and the people in this room and playing next to you. Everybody else thinks you're hot garbage. You're not worth a damn. He's going to sell that. All right. It says there are 1 of 2 teams along with the Houston Texans who aren't favored in any of their 17 games. Any of them. Not favored in 1 damn game. Not Thanksgiving. Not on no damn Monday. Nothing. There's nothing. Not your birthday or nothing. They're just not favored. Now, those obviously going to change at times. But it's funny. And it says, outside of the blind optimism, why would it be any other way? See, this is where I start to look at journalism and ask myself, what is the criteria? Because if it's low, then let me get the job. How can we be worse? Worse defense. Terrible coaching. Those have all been rectified and fixed. An offensive line that was ailing and didn't have a lot of pieces. We got 4 out of the 5 spots. 2 of them are in key positions where most of the pressure comes from. Show me the team that's getting a whole lot of pressure up the gut. You want to know why they keep moving Aaron Donald around? You wonder why I'm so hyped on people like Warren Sapp. I'm not saying Aaron Donald's a bum. I'm just telling you, it's a reason why they put him at DN and move him around like that. If 1, it's smart, but 2, it's easy to get pressure from the edge. And now we got those 2 spots locked up, but they don't see that. It says, but quarterback coach Mark Brunell has seen this before. In 95, he joined the expansion Jacksonville Jaguars. Sure, they went 4-12 that first season before railing off 4 straight trips to the postseason, including a run to the AFC Championship game in the franchise second season. Mark Brunell is having to defend the Lions because nobody's buying it to him. And he makes these points I don't even read all of this because it's not even worth it. He has to explain to them why people like Jared Goff is going to be different. He talks about him being a part of the process of watching New Orleans turning around and how they did it. Here's what he says about Jared Goff. He'll begin this next phase of football life working with Jared Goff, a new arrival cast off from his only NFL home as part of the Stafford trade. But Goff has an impressive resume as a former number 1 pick. He says he's very talented, hardworking, positive attitude, everything that you're looking for. He's a competitive quarterback that has won in this league. I believe as a starter, 42 games in addition to leading the team to a Super Bowl, that's not just a fluke. That's not something irrelevant. I'm excited to work with him and take his game to the next level. Sometimes you just need somebody to believe in you. That's the damn story. That's the story. When am I going to get somebody to just freaking believe in me? When am I going to get somebody to give me the damn shot? Matthew Stafford Burner says defense ain't been fixed. Really? I call bullshit on that. You going to tell me the defense ain't been fixed? We just coming back into it with the same defense? Same defensive scheme? Same defensive coordinator? Same defensive players? We ain't had no upgrades? Ain't nobody left? We ain't got a new defensive coordinator? Ain't got a new head coach? Ain't got new direction? Ain't got new talent? Ain't got new front office? Stop telling me that something ain't been fixed because you don't like the players on the team. This game is not won off of talent alone. If it was, I'm telling you, the damn Cardinals would be in the Super Bowl 8 times already. The Browns would have been in the Super Bowl 8 times already. This game is not won solely on talent. It's been proven year in and year out. The most talented team don't always damn win. The linebacker core can suck and everything else can be trash. It just don't make sense. We cannot keep doing this. Rex Grossman made it to the Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer made it to the Super Bowl. They weren't the most talented teams. Look, you're really trying to devalue interior defense as a whole to make us look better. I wish I was. I wish that's what I was doing. But I know what it is that happens with teams when you get somebody to believe in you. And it's not just in the NFL levels, on the college level. Look at these teams who had trash times. They get better when somebody believes in them. When it's a difference in what's being put out there to them. When your first overall pick from last year is telling you he's learning stuff that he wish he had known in his rookie season, it's not a problem. It's a problem. It's not just around talent. We have seen some of the most... The Rams tried to buy a championship. They had it all. Everybody came there to the pay cuts to get there. It's not won solely on talent alone. Hamden brings a good point up. We're going to be playing a completely different scheme, and we upgraded a few positions. Don't understand how we get to these points. We get to these points, and nobody wants to look at it. Instead of saying, let's talk Detroit Lions football, my stuff is going to be, let's change perspectives. Because the perspective that we come into it, this team not taking it on this time. You're not going to tell me that the Lions were the most talented team in 1991. You're not going to lie to me like that. You're not. When the Lions won 11 games, they weren't the most talented team. With Jim Caldwell, they weren't the most talented team to win 11 games. Don't tell me about we ain't got enough talent. I'm sick of hearing these damn generic rhetoric statements being made that has no merits to them. We just want everything to be the same. Nobody wants to see a different perspective. Nobody wants to open their eyes up to something different. Everybody's afraid to get hope. Oh God. Like somebody tell me, when did hope become $1 billion? The two things you have in this world, guarantee, is hope and faith. Don't cost you nothing. You can't even get that. Even with the smallest change, something is different. If you lost 1 to 2 pounds, I can't say you're the same person. You lost some weight. Something changed. But we can't do that as a fan base. We can't talk about it. We acting like the guy who just got fired had a top 5 defense. If we had won 5 games with a top defense, I'd be going, yeah, we in trouble. We got people talking about, man, look at our receiving core. Our receiving core is better. Based on what? Based on what? You had an old man, Danny Amendola, who once he caught the ball, that was it. You had 2 receivers, and Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay, who I both like, who couldn't get separation, couldn't take the top off, even when they came into the box. You don't have that problem no more. You don't have the problem of an old guy who catches the ball in the slot and can't go nowhere. That's why they brought in Amon-Ra St. Brown. You had Adrian Peterson starting at running back, trying to figure out why in the hell DeAndre Swift wasn't a starter and he the relief guy. You don't have that problem no more. But we the same team. I'm sick of the rhetoric. I'm sick of the same old Lion fan statements. I'm trying to figure this out. You know this team is sorry when we need the Disney just believe lesson. Okay. You think I got to be the one to give you the just believe lesson? This team the same. They've done nothing to upgrade their team at all. It's all the same. Matt Patricia's still here. Bob Quinn is still the general manager. Chris Spielman don't work for the team. John Dorsey is definitely not on the team. Brad Holmes ain't here. And Martha Ford is the owner. What are we talking about? I gotta give you the Disney believe lesson. Okay. Let me give you the reality check. Let me give you the reality check. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. I'm going to keep it if they lose. See, I got high expectations. I keep bringing this up because I think 9 times out of 10, we don't put real expectations out there. Just flip this. Just flip this. If this was your children, are you rooting for your children to fail or tank in school? Nope. Are you rooting for your kids to bring you bad grades? Nope. If this was your wife, your husband, are you rooting for them to cheat on you? Nope. Why would you root for your team to suck? Why would you say, oh, I got to get a Disney lesson? Okay, I'm going to give you another Disney lesson. When Cinderella went from them raggedy old clothes to a pumpkin that was a horse and carriage and some clear slippers, she was different. And the difference that she brought made a prince notice her. Let me give you another Disney lesson. This thing called karma. See this movie called Lion King? Yeah, that's a beautiful movie. See, Scar thought that I'm just going to kill my brother and then it's all going up from there. But he never had the leadership qualities. And so what you saw was Pride Rock suffering. Not enough food in the kingdom. right? And what happened? The son comes back and exact revenge and karma on him. I'm gonna give you some Disney lessons. I'm gonna make sure I get you all the way there. Since we're gonna talk about Disney lessons. The team's not the same. They're just not. I can literally look at moves made by a team and see what the direction is. Literally. This is why Matt Patricia was a failure. You took over a team that's 9-7, went 6-10. And the reason you went 6-10 was because anybody who did not come from New England didn't start. And that's the truth. On top of that, you alienated your best players because if you think I'm lying, go and look at everybody who became a captain. Look at all the players who became a captain that was not from New England. They got traded and cut. It's not me making up something. I'm not here to just give y'all gas or to give y'all some type of hope. I'm here to help y'all understand and give you something to think about, to give you some reason to look at a different perspective. I just don't get it. Same old Lion fans. And the first thing they're going to do is light my damn thing up with a dislike. Cool. I understand there's something about my spirit that upsets your demons. I can't help that. But when I watch something, it's in the perspective. See, I get how this go. This is why the story that was put out by this guy upset me, because he couldn't confirm it. This is why when I look at people like Mark Brunell who have to explain, yeah, we had a rough first season, but look what we did after that. And the reason we only had a rough first season was because of this, and this. But we talking about Disney stories. Don't make sense. You know what? That's another one. To Stu Boogie. That's another good Disney movie. Let It Go. That song wasn't made for no reason. It was a message or calling. Let it go. The trauma is real. Find a way to get through it. You want to tell me that this team is gotten worse? Show me. Last year we had 3 good linemen. We got 4. That's an improvement. Last year we didn't have nobody who ran a 4-3 nothing. Nobody at the receiving position with a 4-3 outside of Marvin Hall at best. He was shipped up out of here. You got 2 of them. We had no legitimate threat in terms of a run game because we refuse to just commit to it. That's not going to be the case this year. You had players being told to stop sucking other players' private areas. You're not going to have that this year. You had non-football people making decisions. We've already corrected that problem. Don't tell me about Disney stories. I can preach this right here. Not because I want you to be gassed up, because I want you to think outside the box. Just put on your thinking cap. You don't need no aluminum foil. You don't need no 10 pins or nothing. You need to just stop, take a breath, and think. They acting like I'm saying we going to the Super Bowl year 1. I said this team is not going to be worse than they were last year. Coaching alone makes a difference. And then we talk about talent. These games are just not won on talent alone. I've watched the Dallas Cowboys have the most talented team. They ain't been to the Super Bowl and really won nothing. Talent is not enough. It's not. I've watched teams in the NBA, a sport that ain't necessarily a team sport, but I've watched NBA teams have the most talented team and not win. Talent is not enough, especially in football. Frank says positive energy brings positive results. You are what you think you are. I had a quote yesterday. I broke it down to you. Whatever you think is what it is. If you think we gonna lose, and enough of y'all think we gonna lose, and the players buy into y'all thought process, then we gonna lose. Whatever you think will be. But what Mark Brunell is talking about is the truth. That he's heard these stories before. That the quarterback can't carry him. And that all you need is somebody to believe in you. That's all you need. And it's true. Because half the people that you see, it's some people right now in this chat who was better than other kids, but their coaches believed in the other kid more than them. Maybe they was banging the kid's mother. I don't know. Maybe they was too busy trying to prove something. They had a favor for a friend. I don't know. But I've seen it happen too many times. I was one of those kids where the coach favored me over a guy that I knew for a fact, if given a chance, he was better. It was my job to make sure he never got that chance. Now, I did my job, but he still never got the faith that he deserved until he went to a different school. And then all of a sudden, because me and that guy's still friends, all of a sudden, the truth comes out. I'm just saying. Luke switched y'all PTLD, post-traumatic Alliance disorder, medicine with Honolulu Blue hopium pills, but it's unconfirmed though. It's crazy. We can't suck right now. We ain't played a damn game. It's not, this is what I'm saying. Perspective. How in the hell can we suck right now and we ain't played a game? Everybody's record right now, if you go and look at it, say 0-0. How the hell can we suck already? How we suck more than anybody else? We ain't played a game. Can we play a game first? Is that allowed in this world? Listen, I want to be able to talk football, and I want to be able to do it in a way, but it's hard to talk football when you have certain people who are subscribing to this BS on the internet, to these people who don't even follow this team. I heard some junk today from a podcast where they got the Lions going 3-14. How? How can we get worse than what we were for the last 3 seasons? How? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just trying to make it up. Trying to give me something. Oh, our linebacker core suck. We go and get Derek Barnes. Well, he's not good enough. Can he take a snap? Can he take a snap? Oh man, anybody can get this team to a win. Get Stafford up out of here. The Detroit Lions trade, get 2 firsts, a third, and Jared Goff. Jared Goff! No! God, no! Why? Tell say what y'all talking about. We're talking about this poor article. We're talking about a poor article that was written that said the Lions tried to give a deal to Matt Campbell from Iowa State, 8 years, $68.5 million, that apparently was never confirmed. We're talking about Mark Brunell listening to the media and all the people who basically got the Lions not favored in one single game this season. Not one. And then we're talking about, I'm not knocking him, but I understand what he is. Matthew Stafford's burner, who says we suck right now. And I'm trying to figure out how in the hell we suck and everybody record 0-0. Ain't nobody took a snap. I'm just saying. CBS has them going under 5 wins. How? Come on. Our schedule isn't that tough. It's based on last year's results, who made the playoff, etc. In a normal year, many of those teams don't make the playoff. Right. We basing this year off of last year's team because they didn't lose nobody. We only get to upgrade our team every 10 years, y'all. So, hey, chalk it up to just bad politics. Come on, man. They've lost players. We don't even understand the basic common sense of how much it takes for a team to come from the West Coast to the East Coast. That time difference is felt. It's a reason why those London games suck. The London games suck because the time jump it messes with you. God. He said, I feel it burning your core right now. Luke, you need to rant. I feel it burning your core right now. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out of the world, we find success begins with the fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You are what you think. Luke, I told you about a month ago that presents you our construction is creating the future you desire. That's what Lions are doing. I don't know. I see it. We over here talking about giving off positive energy to our players. If they need me for positive reinforcement, they are lost cause. We're not talking about. See, this is the difference. This is the thing you're missing, Matthew Stafford's burner account. This is not about you giving them the positive vibes. It's not about you doing it. The part that you can control is to be objective. Okay, to be objective. Now, if you, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean by that. Now, if you're being objective, right? If you're being objective and you're paying attention, which means that you're looking at the thing that's going on, it's no way you can say we suck now. It's no way that you can sit there and say that this defense has not been fixed. You say that we patched a few leaks here and there. Well, you know what? Sometimes a goddamn patch works. I have busted a lot of tires on bikes, put a patch on it, and got my ass home. It works sometimes. I'm not saying they going to the Super Bowl this year, but they can't be worse than 5 wins. Come on, now. My man Mike Jones in the building. What's going on? Can't do this. A lot of players did sit out. You know, most YouTubers say we're going to suck because they don't like Jared Goff. I don't like Jared Goff, but I deal with him. He's my quarterback. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You had people who really wanted Andy Dalton, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Tyrod Taylor. We get Jared Goff, and they're upset. Their options were better. What the hell is going on? Because those guys have all won something. It's crazy to me. I gave Patricia a pass because of Stafford injury, and I was wrong. You was wrong because you was too busy looking at the obvious. It's not the obvious thing. Go back to game 1 against the Jets. It was coaching flaw upon coaching flaw that was in that game. Go back and look at his first season. He messed around and beat the Patriots, and we thought, okay, good. But you go back and you look at it piece by piece. That dude was an idiot. Glover Quin on the team. You start Tavon Wilson. The hell going on? You cut Devin Kennard, your captain, and keep Christian Jones. The list goes on and stupid that he did. Don't let your mistake from the past make the decision for today. Coach Mike Jones, aka from OMG's Lions Talk, aka from Lions on the Prowl, he says, I see 7-10, maybe 8-8. I'll take that. I don't see no damn 5 wins or less. I just don't see it. Maybe 8-9. I'm at 8-9, coach. Motown football, I got 9-8. Every year, there's a game that the Lions should not win. They do it. I don't understand how, but it just happens. And it's not just the Lions. A lot of teams do that. They win games they should not win. Beating the Ravens at home. I got us beating the Ravens at home, too. If that game was later, I'd have gave us an L. But when we play them and where makes a difference. What's going on, Marcus Willis? If you ain't hit that like button, I'm sorry. You're missing out on greatness. I can't get this thing going the way I want it to go without, getting some support. I don't understand why people think Goff is trash when he was similar stats to Stafford, but he was a winning record for every game he started, made the playoffs, and won playoff game. I don't even do win-loss record for coach for players. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. Nobody ever said that Calvin Johnson went 0-16. He was on that team, but nobody gave him the blame. Would they remember? And for somehow, some strange way, would they remember who they blame is Dan Orlovsky? Look how ridiculous. He ran up the back of the end zone. So what? It was way more effed up things happening that season than him running up the back of the end zone. Perspective, people. That's what it boils down to. Perspective. Chase Daniels was garbage. He came in, couldn't do shit. Goff first 5 years are better than Stafford's. Goff has accomplished everything people complain about Stafford not achieving. It's funny to me how they ask for something. Anybody can do this, but here we go. William Burke says, I believe Patricia's flaws was that during a press conference, he was asked why he wore his hat backwards. Instead of saying that's just what he does, he then wore his hat forward from then on. Because he was trying to be somebody he was not. And by the time he decided to start being himself, the team had already said F you. It makes no sense. Patricia declined every year. He thought it was rocket science. He didn't know it was football. Say it with me. Let the church say yes. It shows that he wasn't being himself and conforming to other opinions. Dan Campbell's a different animal. Exactly. He already know y'all don't believe in him. He already know y'all counting him out. He has said it many times. He ain't supposed to be there. Aaron Glenn ain't supposed to be there. Brad Holmes ain't supposed to be there. Chris Spielman ain't supposed to be there. John Dorsey ain't supposed to be there. And Jared Goff ain't supposed to be there. This team is supposed to suck. The only people buying into that, the same old Lion fans. Can't even muster up the thing. Like I said, when you start rooting for your kids to suck, you start rooting for your relationship to suck, come talk to me. Just saying. If I did play my 5'8" behind with it's a lot of good 5'8" players who played, like Bob Sanders. I can name a few of them. Dat Wayne, people that I liked and enjoyed. Zach Thomas wasn't the tallest. They claim he was 5'10", and I'll never forget on one of our games, I saw Zach Thomas, and I'm like, he 5'10". I know I'm 5'10", and I know I was taller than him, so I'm not buying that. Just telling you. Just telling you. I got nothing against Stafford. Not sure how good Goff would have done if we drafted him. If the Lions drafted Tom Brady when we drafted Matthew Stafford, we're not talking about Tom Brady. If the Lions had drafted Aaron Rodgers when we drafted Matthew Stafford, we're not talking about Aaron Rodgers. Any quarterback that you want to talk about, the Lions brought in Stafford when we went 0-16. 0-16. Okay. If Goff was better than Stafford, then why did the Rams give several picks to get rid of him? Several teams wanted Stafford. How many teams wanted Goff? I'm not even sure what's going on there. I just went to it because I saw your name. Patricia and Bob Quinn weren't on the same page. Your coach and GM have to be on the same page. They was never going to be on the same page. You saw it in the draft picks. They were never on the same page. I'll show you proof real soon. It's coming. I got too many things I'm doing right now, but it's coming. Y'all pissing me off thinking Goff is better than Stafford. Stop comparing their success. Stafford never had a good head coach or a good team. Goff has had one of the best head coaches in teams since McVay arrived. But you don't get me to fight with you there. But this ain't about Stafford, though. This ain't got nothing to do with Stafford. This ain't got nothing to do with, it's only got something to do with the Lions and the media that cover it. That's what got something to do with. And it got something to do with the fans who subscribe to that poor media outlet. They can go over and watch Lions on the Prowl. They go listen to 97.1 a ticket. It's ridiculous. Guys who I guarantee you never played football a day in their life. You can hear in their voice. They only talk about it because they have to. If they could talk, if you go to listen to the 97.1 a ticket, the morning show, they will much rather talk about golf and baseball. That's where their heart is at. You go and listen to the afternoon show, that 10 to like 2 o'clock show, their heart is in basketball and baseball. Then you get to the Mike Valenti show, who he just like, I'm getting a paycheck, so I got to talk about him. All these great YouTubers and podcasts that they can go and listen to, like Lions on the Prowl, like OMG is Lions Talk, like Dosa Dion. All these people that got great shows. Real Detroit Lions fans, RachelMarieSports, 313 J-Mo, Detroit Drew. And they go to 97.1 a ticket. They can go to the Hook Cam and hear better analysis than what I all these great shows. I merely want y'all to change perspectives. See, McVay had to move on from Jared Goff. You know why? Because if you don't move on from Jared Goff, then the obvious reason is that they're not seeding. It comes down to who? The head coach. He knew that. This ain't nothing new. I wanna hit on one more thing. While I'm doing that, y'all give me y'all questions. Any questions y'all get? Okay. Any questions y'all get? Start getting them going. I just want to hit on one more thing. Okay. So I'm sitting up here, and I get sent some information. It comes to me quite often. And then I heard my fellow DSA members talk about it on Lions on the Prowl about trading Jelani Tavai. And I heard some people say, yeah, they for it. Some people say they was against it. But I thought about it long and hard. And I asked, if you moving on from Jelani Tavai, who's still under a contract, who is replacing him? What are we getting for him? Who are you bringing in that's supposed to do something different? And the answer became more and more clear to me that you can't cut or trade Jelani Tavai unless you're getting an adequate placement. There are some people who really believe that Jelani Tavai is just slow and can't play. Okay. I'm one of the people that believe that the scheme was that damn bad. It was so bad that I'm willing to give Will Harris a chance. It was not a scheme that you can get excited about. You just can't get excited about it. It just makes you wonder what's going on. Again, any questions y'all got, give it to me. I just want to hit on that. The Lions should not be looking to move on from Jelani Tavai. We got things we got to still improve upon, but I think there's a lot of teams that you can go through and see that they want to improve upon some things. Like everybody hyping up Seattle, but Seattle has lost a lot of pieces from that defense. Just putting it out there. Peace out, analytics, Dan. David Gerald says, if the O-line protects if the O-line protects Goff adequately, he's going to light up the NFL just like he did in 2018. Speed on the outside, and they will run the ball well this year. I see the same things. I see a team that's gearing up for the run, a team that says, hey, if you decide to load the box up, I got two receivers who will take the top off on you. And I'll take my chances with them one-on-one. I can show you footage of these guys in one-on-one getting it done without problem. They're going to run the ball. The defensive scheme is going to be more competent. I just don't see how it can get more dumb than what I saw. I guarantee you this. Mark my words. I got five G's that say that you would never see a game where only two guys rush at the end of it. You would never see it. 5 G's to say that you would never see that. I saw it under Matt Patricia. You rushed 2 dudes in the last few minutes of a game, allowing him to run around the scheme and receivers to run left and right. What did you think was going to happen? I got 5G say you would never see that. Just saying. Let me see what's going on out here. The Lions could have, JT, the Lions could have downgraded that quarterback. I don't care. Eric Kramer went to the NFC Championship with the Detroit Lions, and that's on a team that had an Andre Ware and a Rodney Peete. I don't care if it's a downgrade. Like Dak Prescott is not really an upgrade from Tony Romo. Yeah, I said it. I dare you to challenge me on it. You go and look at Tony Romo and look at Dak Prescott. You're not going to tell me they upgraded with that move. That's why they was being pussyfoot about giving him a contract. But the reality is it's not about you having a guy being an upgrade or a downgrade. It's about how are you setting them up for success. If Jared Goff is now being asked to just don't lose the game versus win it, that's good for the Lions. Because now that means you have to lean on the team to win. You have to lean on the run game to work. You have to lean on the pass blocks to work, the short pass, the long pass. All you ask not to do is not to lose it. Tom Brady has made a living off of it. It's a reason why he keep going to the Super Bowl. He's not asked to win the games. These other people, they keep asking them to win the games. It's a reason why people talking about how much of a better passer Aaron Rodgers is over Tom Brady. And he is. But he's not winning like Tom Brady. Why? Because they're asking Aaron Rodgers to win the game. And that's a mistake. A lot of these teams do the same thing. You go through and you look at people like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had his best seasons. And I'm not talking statistically. He's had his best seasons in success when he was able to turn around and hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Let the team play defense. But look what happened. They put it all on Russell Wilson to be the savior, and now he wants out because he realized that, damn, it's all on me and this team not here. It's just about being able to get the talent. It's about being able to get the talent to respond to the coach and have the coach say, hey, I need this, and this to happen. He says, okay, now we got to fight, Luke. Listen, I'll have this debate with anybody if you want to. You tell me, you must have been when I said that Dak Prescott didn't upgrade from Tony Romo. I'm telling you, that's if you go and look at most media and look at the Cowboys, that's why they did not want to give a contract to him. They didn't like the fact that he, by himself, was not there. That's not me making it up. He say Dak is better than Romo at this point in his career. You better go look. I'm telling you, you better go look. Dak Prescott on his own is just it's not gonna work. He's a game manager, and I love that he's a game manager. That's when he's at his best. But for the first couple of years, when he threw the ball, go back and look at Dak Prescott first season and his second season. When the ball was thrown 29 times or more, they lost. Not me making it up. Let me see. Goff is going to do the same exact thing he did to succeed on the Rams. Here. Yep, just have to manage the game. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nothing now. Y'all in here having some good conversations. I'm reading, I'm talking. Let me see. The reason they traded Stafford was because he asked for a trade, not because the new regime didn't want him. They wanted Goff because he was offered in the trade and they wouldn't have to spend a pick on it. That's the truth. He asked to be traded. That's all true. Everything that's said right here is true. He asked to be traded. They honored his trade. They was trying to get him the year before. His wife wanted them to be in LA a long time ago. She was hoping that they go to the Chargers. He didn't get there. But when they came with them 2 first and that third, they still wasn't satisfied. Why? Because they was getting ready to take the deal with with the Panthers or one of the other teams to get them a first and a quarterback replacement. So that's when they threw in. That's when they well, first, let me go back. They originally asked for Aaron Donald. They were like, yeah, we give you Stafford for Aaron Donald in the pick. And they was like, no, right? Because they were trying to build the trenches up. Well, they decided to still do the trenches build in the draft. But yeah, the reality is what he said right here is the truth. It's 100% truth. That's perspective. That's exactly what happened. Let me see. All right, people. Y'all know me. I got to go ahead and get out of here. I got a late start because of work again. Sorry about that, but yeah, that's how I pay the bills. You know what I mean? I don't even have internet without a 9-to-5, people. So I was a little bit late, but got to get into the positive quotes. First things first, let me just thank everybody who came in, hit the like button, was part of the conversation. Thank you, Matthew Stafford's burner account, for being a part of the conversation and not taking it personal, because I wasn't attacking you. I was giving perspective and thoughts. How does the chaos at quarterback amongst the division affect our chances? I don't think it changes much. And I'm gonna tell you why. The chaos in terms of our divisions only happening at with Green Bay. Obviously the Vikings taking Kellen Mond seems like it's a threat to Kirk Cousins, but it's not. It's them basically trying to get ahead of the curve and saying that look, let me go ahead and start having the guy in grooming. But Kirk Cousins is the quarterback. In terms of the Bears, Andy Dalton will start, and then eventually they'll try to move over to Justin Fields, and Justin Fields will come out on fire. Then he'll have a down year. Then they'll go back to Foles, and it's going to be another circus, and then they'll be fired. So excuse me, but so how does that affect us? It don't. We need to mind our business. The key part about minding your business is when you literally stay in what is your business. They got to still go out and play the game, no matter who it is, right? If they're going against Thanos, they need to come up with the game plan to beat them, right? And so it doesn't affect us in one way or another, in my opinion. But I do love that question. So did Stafford ever win any playoff games with an injury? I think not. Yeah, I'm not even sure what that was. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me give y'all this positive note, because we cannot do or end the show without it going on a positive note. I'm giving you 2 quotes. The first quote comes from Mike Tyson. He says, I do what I hate, but I do it like I love it. See, that's the discipline. And without discipline, you have nothing. You're nothing. I don't like what I do all the time, but I do it like I love it, because that's discipline. Now, when I heard that, I thought to myself, damn, he's right. Because I there's a lot of things I'm not a big fan of, but I do it anyway. And I do it with passion, and I do it with conviction. And the thing about it that stands out to me is it just boils down to where's your mind at to want to get it done. But in that same moment of me hearing that quote, I saw a little clip that came up where a man asked a homeless person, are you happy? And he said, yeah, I'm happy. He said, why are you happy? You homeless. And the homeless man responded to him, because I'm alive and I'm breathing and I get to see somebody, and you get to talk to me. He said, so what advice would you give to somebody who's not happy? He said, calm down and live your life. Discipline evolves the moment you calm the hell down and live your life. You see, if you sit there and you constantly find yourself in turmoil, it's because the discipline in you has failed you. You have not been able to bring yourself to a center to calm yourself down to live. You see, you attract what you are. The question is why do you choose to be that? Why do you not look at it and ask yourself the simple question of, what can I be and how can I be more of it? You can do it when you find discipline. And when you find discipline, you calm yourself down. And when you calm yourself down, you live life, and you live life to the fullest. I'm sitting here doing a show, and every time I hear one of my kids in the back laugh, my soul changes every single step of the way. The level of discipline in me is something unheard of. But we find ourselves in situations the very moment that we just can't appreciate the smallest thing. If a homeless man can still be happy without knowing where he's going to sleep, or not knowing where he's going to get his next meal from, or how he's going to be warm or cooled down, and it's all because his soul and his spirit and his discipline tells him that he just needs to calm down and be thankful for the small thing, the small victories, then surely you can find a moment to thank yourself for being up today, for being here to listen to this message. This may be for somebody in here, maybe for myself. I don't know, but it was needed. But what I want you to do is take a second to just calm down and live your life. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please, and I do mean please, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, that notification bell, because I will be back at it again. Hopefully at 5:20. The work has been getting on me. So it's been thrown off my schedule a little bit. But hopefully I'm back at 5:20. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am out.